Part 3 of the Gentleman's 1899 Diary. The diarist's name is Jonathan. I'm picking up at the end of April, beginning of May, and as you can see, every day has an entry this week except Thursday. I don't know if he's not going to Maple Cottage for a while, or if he is going and he just doesn't want to write anything about it. But it's blank, and a lot of the Thursdays are blank. The other days are mostly about the weather, who he visits with, and the Bible readings. Very little other personal information. On Friday, May 5th, he says Alec rode over, and I was very pleased to see him. Took a walk as far out as Yarrow Bridge, above Philippa. And I mention this because Yarrow is the name of my main character in my Lantern Ordinary Witches series, so I was very interested in it, and I looked the area up, and there is Yarrow Bridge right there. There's also something called the Yarrow Stone, which is a many hundreds of years old stone that marks some graves, so I have some research to do on that. On May 6th, he got word that he passed his banker's exam, which was good news. And then beginning on Thursday, May 11th, there are weeks that are completely blank until we get all the way to June 14th, which is a Wednesday, when he says his Uncle William died about 3 p.m. And then there's nothing on Thursday. And the funeral is Friday. And his Uncle John prayed in the house and at the grave. Now, the next thing he mentions is common writing, rode over. I wasn't sure what this was, so I looked it up. And a common writing is a holdover from the 13th, 14th century in Scotland when reaving was common, which is raiding and robbing and stealing cattle and things like that between the clans. What they would do, one or more persons from each area, each clan would get on their horses and they would ride the borders of their property to protect it. So some places still hold this annual tradition and they call it a common riding. So he is saying that on June 16th, he attended the common riding. And the last one I'll mention today is June 26th, where he says he took the train over to Galashiels. This is a Monday. Thence he rode his bike and had a fine walk around the hills. I'd love to know who he walked with.